What's up everyone, and welcome to the Dr. Guitar channel, where science meets soul. I've got a doctorate in music and I'm using that knowledge to break down the classics so you can learn faster and start shredding in no time. In this video I'll be doing a tutorial on the song Blue-Eyed Girl by the Arcadian Wild. I'll be covering the difficulty, the intro, the verse, the chorus, the sweet lick, and at the end I have 3 helpful tips. I give the overall difficulty of this song a 6 out of 10. If you take a look at the left hand, there's a lot of different things going on. In the intro, it has some hammer-ons and pull-offs, which are harder to do. And then it has some standard chords like G, D, C9, E minor, A minor. But it also has a bar chord. Sorry folks, but it has a bar chord, and you're going to have to do this technique on it where you mute it. So this elevates the difficulty a little bit, so I give it a 7 out of 10. The rhythm of this song changes throughout each section, and in the beginning it has what we call a swung rhythm, and you're going to have to swing these notes instead of playing them straight forward like this. So swing rhythm is when you delay the second note a little bit. Then it's also going to have to change when you go to the verse where you're having the strumming pattern. So the rhythm is changing in each section a little bit, but overall it's pretty intuitive and it kind of feels natural, so I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. The right hand in this song has a few different things happening. It's got some single note picking. You're going to also have some strumming patterns. And then it also even has some cross string picking on some arpeggios. So for this reason I give it a 6 out of 10. To determine the difficulty of each song, I add up the left hand, rhythm, and right hand difficulties and round out that average. Let's get started. The intro has these little melodic runs followed by a chord. And what we're going to do is break each one down individually. So the first one sounds like this. So let's break it down. You're going to start on the 3rd string, hammer on the 2nd fret, play the 2nd string open, go back to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, pull it off, then you're going to play the 2nd fret of the 4th string, pull it off, go back to the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then play the 3rd string open, ending on a G chord with the bass, 6th string, strum. When you play it slowly, it sounds like this. O2, 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 O2. And this has a little bit of a swung rhythm. You could play this straight 8th notes. But it has this swung rhythm where it's a little delayed. It's almost like little triplets. Next one sounds like this. So let's break that down. You're going to use your pinky on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string to slide up to the 5th fret, and then you're going to go back to fret 3 and pluck that again. And then play this descending line on the 3rd string with your 3rd finger, fret 3, fret 2 on the 2nd fret, and then open. And then on the 4th string you'll play a hammer on, O2, and then 3rd string open, like this. Once you get that down, you're going to add a C chord, play the 5th string bass note first, you're going to strum down for the rest of the chord to the four strings underneath it. Then add your pinky, making this a C9 chord, and you're going to strum up, and then you're going to take your pinky back off, back to a regular C chord, and do up, down, up, like this. When you put both of those together really slow, it sounds like this. The next one sounds like this. So let's break that down. You're going to play the 3rd string open, hammer on fret 2, play the second string open, go back to fret 2 of the third string, pull it off, then you're going to play the fourth string second fret, pull it off, and then go back to the third string, play it open, hammer on fret 2, and then play fret 2 again, like this. And then you're going to add in a D sus2 chord here and doing a little arpeggio run. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. And when you put both of those together, it sounds like this. And this leads us back to our opening lick. And then we're going to end on a G chord again. So it's the same as the beginning, but this time we're going to add in this C chord shape underneath with an up strum and back to normal, like this. And then this cool little lick here at the top where you're going to play a D chord shape on fret 12. Then you're going to go to fret 10, 12, and 12. So 1, 3, and 2 fingers. And then you're going to play a D chord shape on fret 7. Like this. So let's break this down. What you're going to do is use a G chord here with your 2, 1, and pinky fingers. And what's going to happen is you're going to play a strumming pattern like this. Bass, down, up, down. That's one strumming pattern, and you're going to do it twice on a G like this. Then you're going to go to a C9 chord, and you're going to do a melodic run, which sounds like this. And let's break that down. You're going to play the 5th string, 3rd fret, 4th string open, hammer on fret 2. You're going to pull up the 3rd string open, play fret 2, and then you're going to pull that note off to 0, and then you're going to play the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then you're going to play the 3rd string open, like this. And then you're going to go back to G for one pattern. Back to the C9 chord run, then back to G for 1. And this is cool. You're going to go to a D chord shape, but that's just like a C chord. And you're going to slide it up to frets 5, 4, and 3. And you'll do a strumming pattern there. And then you'll go back to a regular D chord and do a little hammer on fret 2 of the 3rd string. Do the strumming pattern there. verse part 2 has a different rhythmic feel. It changes the beat here a little bit. So you're going to go to a B minor and do these staccato strums where you strum and then release pressure in your left hand like this. It mutes the sound. So you can do this 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to go to an E minor chord. Down, 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 up, down, up, down. And then do 4 staccato strums on A minor. Same technique. And then do this strumming pattern on D chord. Down, down, up, down. And this all repeats. This last one, you're going to just strum a D chord, and this is going to lead us into the Bluegrass Lick. This lick is a little more advanced, so it might be a little higher than a 6 out of 10, but if you want to give it a shot, here it is. It's the 2nd fret, 3rd string. You're going to slide up to fret 3, slide back to fret 2, and then pull it off, all in one motion. You're going to play on the 4th string 2, 0, then the 5th string 2, 1, 0, and then on the 6th string 0, 3, and then strum a G chord. Slowly together it sounds like this. The chorus is nice because it's just strumming chords, and what you're going to do is the same strumming pattern as the first part of the verse in part 1, where you do bass, down, up, down, bass, down, up, down. So do 2 on a G chord, again, to a C9, back to G, to an E minor, G, A minor, D twice. Once, G twice, C9 once, G once, E minor, G, A minor, D, A minor, C9, D, to G. So the only time you ever have to do 2 patterns is when you're on that beginning G chord. The first tip I have is to practice your pentatonic scales. So this one is really almost straight out of the E minor pentatonic shape in first position. So if you get better at that, these little licks will really become a lot easier. The second tip I have is to practice your hammer-ons and pull-offs. These are all over the place. They're just everywhere, so if you practice them in isolation. So there's a lot of 2 zeros in this, so you could turn it into an exercise. So you go on the 2nd fret of the 1st string and do it 4 times. 2, 0. Then go to the 2nd string, 3rd string, all of them. And then when you go back to the song, it should be a lot better. The third tip I have is to reduce the strumming patterns for these songs. If it's too hard to do the... just do down strums for now. It'll work. It sounds just as good. Random tip is when you're playing this opening lick, what you can do is use your common finger, which is your 3rd finger on the 2nd string, for all of the chords. So you leave it there. Watch, I take these 2 fingers off, slide it down, add the rest, take them off again, slide it down, add the rest. Hope this helps. If you got any questions, please let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to help. And I also take requests, folks, so if there's a tutorial you want me to do, let me know. Thanks for watching.